So I've been wanting to try cannabis gummies for sleep, and I just bought these at the local dispensary, but I have no idea what I'm doing. So luckily I'm here with Dr. Martins-Welch, who is an expert on cannabis, and she's gonna walk me through this.
These sorts of cannabis gummies you can get at medical dispensaries or adult recreational use dispensaries, and they tend to come with labels, as this one does. So what's important to note is how much cannabinoid in milligrams is in each gummy. This particular gummy has 3 cannabinoids. It has 5 milligrams of THC, 5 milligrams of CBD, and 5 milligrams of CBG. Have you used cannabis before?
No.
So for cannabis naive patients, it's important to really start with a low dose. And that can be somewhere around 2.5 milligrams of THC. If you're using it for sleep and are okay with having a more sedating effect from the THC, using a 5 milligram dose, as is contained in 1 full gummy, is fine. Now, it's important to note some gummies do come as 10 milligrams of THC, which is a little heavy for the naive user, so I would recommend cutting those in half. So an hour or 2 to have an effect, typically. So I would usually recommend about an hour before sleep that you take it before you plan to get into bed. So if after an hour or 2, you're really not feeling any effect whatsoever, it's likely that the cannabis dose that you took was too low. So then you can increase the dose. By how much is the question. Well, with the gummies, it's nice because you can cut them in half, you can quarter them, so you can use a little bit of a boost to the gummy in the form of a gummy and a quarter or a gummy and a half, and then seek out the right dose for you. It's really trial and error. I often recommend that you write down how much you took, at what time, when you started feeling an effect, because it's helpful to go back and also review with your doctor if this is something that you're discussing with them, which I do recommend, to have a journal of how you're responding to the dosing. So particularly with THC, we get concerned about overdosing or over-intoxication, if you will. While some people are okay with intoxicating effects of THC and they're seeking that out, most of the patients that are using cannabis for medicinal purposes are trying to avoid intoxicating effects. And what that can look like is feeling very anxious, palpitations, feeling imbalanced, dizzy, nauseous. Those sorts of effects are typically not desired for most of the patients who are looking for a medicinal benefit, so just be wary. Very, especially if you have vulnerable populations in your home like children, the elderly. You want to keep this out of reach of these populations. You have to store them as you would any other controlled substance. So do not have these accessible to where children can get to them. Because of the way they look and taste, it is very easy for a child to eat a whole container, and that would cause a severe intoxication on THC. And unfortunately, we're seeing more and more of that in the emergency rooms because of how these products are look, taste, and are advertised. They look like candy in so many instances. So something to be very cautious about. So let's wrap this up. The mantra is to start low and go slow. You want to start with a low conservative dose of THC, especially if you haven't used it before, and raise it in small increments. Always checking in to see how you're feeling and doing an inventory about any side effects that you're having that may be uncomfortable.